Hey guys, Redneck Mini 14 here, and I'm sure most of you have noticed that lately my gun videos have been kind of lacking, and that is because I haven't really bought a whole lot of guns lately. I've only bought one Smith & Wesson pistol this whole year, and even the end of last year I really didn't buy that many guns, and the reason for that is because I've been spending my money and saving my money for other things, for the tractor and for my truck and, all these kinds of things that cost a lot of money. And so guns had to be put on the back burner for a while. But I really have that itch to get another gun and add another gun to my collection, because really that is my number one passion. I love collecting firearms and going out to the shooting range and, shooting targets and cans and bottles and everything. And I like going hunting. So, anything that revolves around guns, that's really my number one passion. And I just really have that itch to get another gun. I mean, I have a lot of cash back on my credit cards, and I just really want to get another gun. So this video is kind of asking for an opinion, because I really have this tough decision to make, and I have several guns that I would really like to get, but I'm just not sure which one I should get. So number one, and these are all just kind of placeholders here for examples, but the number one gun that I could possibly get is, I do need to complete the Cowboy Action set, and in order to do that I need to get another Ruger Vaquero. I do have a set of grips for another Ruger Vaquero, but should I get a Ruger Vaquero, 45 Colt, for my next gun, or should I just start putting money aside for this one and get it later? So, this is obviously one choice I can get, and I do love the Ruger Vaquero. This is just a really good looking gun, especially with these Spanish Diamond grips that I have on there. Just a really good looking gun. So, I could go this route. I mean, pretty much all these guns that I'm looking at getting are going to be at least $800 or more. So that is one option. Another option is, I really would like to get a 10 millimeter. That is one caliber and one gun that I have not purchased yet that I really would like to get. And I really would like to get a 1911 10 millimeter. So, whether it's a Ruger like this one, or a Colt Delta Elite. I really like the Colt Delta Elite as well, but Ruger does make a really nice 1911, and so I imagine their 10 millimeter version is also a really nice gun as well. They have a couple of them. They have one that's a Target model that's stainless steel, kind of like this one, and then they have one that's more of a basic government model that's blued, and it has like these really pretty ivory grips on it that you can't get anywhere else. It's a distributor exclusive. I guess they still make that one, so I can see if I can find that one somewhere or order one from somewhere. But that would be a really nice one. So a good 10 millimeter 1911 would really hit the spot. Of course, I could get a Glock 20, and I do like the Glock 20, and that would be a good gun to get, but there's just something about the 1911 over the Glock. I mean, and the Glock really doesn't cost all that much money. I was kind of looking to spend a little more money than that. So, I mean, the Glock, I could get a Glock for like, less than $600 before tax. I'm looking to spend like at least $800, $900. So the Glock, it's a good gun. I would like to have one someday, but I'm really looking for something that costs just a little bit more money, and that's maybe just a little bit more classy, which is why I've chose these guns to show off. So I do have two other options, and they're both rifles, and they're both Henry rifles. So I do have my Henry Steel Big Boy 45 Colt out just for eye candy. This is a good looking gun. Very smooth, just just all around just a good gun. I like this gun. I got it for my cowboy action set, along with my my Ruger Vaquero over there. But the other two options that I'm looking at are both Henrys. One of them is the original side gate Henry, which is it's got the brass receiver and the really nice wood with the really nice checkering. And if I got one of those, I would either get it in 3855 Winchester or 35 Remington. I'm not so wild about the 4570 in a gun with a brass butt plate. It just seems like a lot of recoil for something that has a brass butt plate. And then I already have a couple of 3030s. If I was going to get a gun like that, I would want to change it up. So either a 35 Remington, which I really do want a 35 Remington. I kind of would like a Marlin if Ruger ever comes out with the Marlin 35 Remington, 336. But Ruger hasn't come out with that yet, so obviously I can't get that one yet. I could always get a used Marlin, but I kind of would like a Ruger Marlin just to see their quality. So for now, I guess I'll wait for that. And so if I got one of those Henrys, I would probably get the 3855. But still, 35 Remington is also a good choice. And both of them are kind of oddball calibers. You can't really come across them very much. So it wouldn't be a gun that I would use, shoot all the time. But it's just a good looking gun, and it would be something different, something that I don't have yet. And the last option is another Henry rifle. It is the big boy X model. So it's another Henry big boy, but it is the X model. And I do have an X model 410, or at least I bought one for my fiance. And that X model, that's a really good firearm. The one I have is a shotgun, but I would really like to have one in 357 Magnum, because I think that would be a good camping gun and just like a good overall rifle. It could be a good home defense rifle as well, but a good just overall small compact carbine style rifle and a moderately powerful round, 357. That's a good powerful handgun round. Even more powerful coming out of a rifle barrel. I think it's like 17, 18 inch barrel. And it's like a 7 or 8 round capacity. So not like a huge capacity, but coming out of a rifle barrel, that's definitely something better than just a revolver. But for taking on hikes or just camping in the woods, I'm really into these deep woods stories, encounters with Bigfoot and wolves and all these different kind of monsters and just mysterious things. I'm really into listening to all these kind of stories on YouTube, and it's kind of got me thinking, if I'm gonna go camping or backpacking in the deep woods, I want something to protect myself, and one of those Henry X models and 357 Magnum would be a good choice. I mean, obviously like a 44 Magnum or the 45 Colt would be a better choice as far as power goes, but I already have a 45 Colt. I already have a 44 Magnum Marlin, which is also a great gun. I love that gun as well. I don't have a 357 Magnum, and to be honest with you, a 357 Magnum shooting 38 specials, that would be a good plinking gun, so it'd be a good double duty. So I could shoot 38 specials for plinking and get some nice, good, powerful 357 Magnum ammo for taking it out in the woods, and it could be a good hunting gun as well. But mainly I would buy it for a defensive weapon for deep woods camping. So anyway, those are the 4 options that I'm looking at, and I really hope I don't add any more options, start getting an eye for anything else. But those are the 4 options that I have right now. I'm looking at probably wanting to order something in the next 2 months. So at the very earliest, like mid-September or maybe even October. But I would really like to at least narrow it down, figure out what I want to get, and then get it on order, or even if I find one in person, in the store, just buy it, or even put it on layaway if it's too much. But those are the 4 options, so let me know what you guys think.
Hey, before I go, I just thought I'd remind everybody that I do have a second channel called Redneck Off the Range. Over there, I post most of my non-gun related content, so whether it's a video on my new tractor, my power tools, my projects that I'm working on, maybe wild game recipes, or just a random vlog, I post all of this kind of content over on my secondary channel. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, go check it out, Redneck Off the Range. But that's all for this video, so subscribe to my channel, like me on Facebook. I'm Redneck Mini 14, and until next time, be safe.